I'm so sorry it took me so long to get back to you. I was just finishing up this really important task. But what was that? Well, I can't quite remember. Oh yeah, nothing really important. Just scrolling through some unimportant videos. You know how it is. We've been so focused on our phones recently that it's hard to remember what life was like before them. So let's take a step back and explore the world of smartphones. How did they change the world and how have they changed us? We open on a dolly shot through a crowded, neon-lit street. People walk by holding glowing smartphones, their faces illuminated by the screens. All around them, holographic social icons float above the phones, pulsing with ethereal light. A light tech-inspired beat fades in, slowly building underneath a warm, inviting synth pad. Quick cuts. A student studies in a cafe, their laptop open and glowing. A worker types diligently at their desk, their smartphone beside them. A teenager sits on a brightly lit bus, tapping on their phone. An elderly man video calls his loved ones from his porch swing. The montage fades into a light leak as the music swells to a climax. Then everything goes black. Our narrator's voice echoes in the darkness. A close-up of a smartphone lying on a desk. The screen glows in the dark, illuminating tiny cracks in its display. The camera focuses on the intricate design of the phone, revealing the texture of its metal frame and the subtle shine of its glass back. The music drops to a low ambient tone for a dramatic pause. Suddenly, a grainy archival clip flickers to life. A brick-sized mobile phone is propped up on a receiver. A fuzzy picture of a face materializes on its screen. The camera pans away, revealing a rotary dial on the wall. As the phone switches to a flip phone, the rotary dial disappears and is replaced by a sleek black keypad. The first touchscreen phone emerges, its glassy surface shimmering in the light. And finally, the iPhone bursts onto the screen, bringing us to the present day. A time-lapse plays across the glossy black surface. Each phone is connected by a glowing timeline that pulses with light. The music features subtle click and whir sounds as each model appears. The phone falls silent and the music fades away. A digital swipe animation reveals an archival clip of Steve Jobs in 2007 presenting the original iPhone. Overlaid on the footage, app icons float and sparkle like shooting stars. The camera zooms in on the screen where iconic apps such as iPod, Safari, Maps, and App Store shimmer into existence. In a single fluid movement, the camera zooms out, lifting us above a vast network of interconnected devices. Glowing lines crisscross the globe, connecting bustling cities and remote villages alike. A young farmer in Africa uses his smartphone to research the best crops to grow. As we continue to zoom out, the map expands to show our entire planet. The music builds energy with light percussion, establishing a sense of connectivity and access to information worldwide. We settle on a close-up of a commuter switching from a navigation app to a banking app while walking through a busy train station. Their fingers tap and swipe on the phone's glassy surface. The focus remains sharp on their hands, but the surrounding commuters become blurred and indistinct. Our attention returns to the glowing smartphone, which now rests on a table surrounded by a group of close friends. They sit casually, not speaking, each absorbed in their own phone. From the side, it appears as if there's a barrier between them, their faces illuminated by the cool, muted tones of their screens. The scene transitions with a swipe animation, revealing a split-screen montage. On one side, a woman on a video call with her doctor discusses her health concerns. On the other side, a student watches an educational video about space exploration. Both figures are illuminated by the warm light of their screens. As the montage continues, we see examples of opportunity brought by smartphones. In Africa, a woman uses her mobile bank to make a purchase. A small business owner photographs their products for an online store. A remote worker checks their email from a beach. The vibrant colors and dynamic pacing convey hope and opportunity. The montage ends with a close-up of a hand typing on a keyboard. The keys are worn and the fingernails are chipped, suggesting resilience and hard work. In the blink of an eye, our perspective shifts to an extreme close-up of someone's eyes. They appear tired and strained under the harsh glare of their phone's display. As the music takes on a cold blue tint, the figure continues to check their phone despite the boring room around them. With a flick of the wrist, the phone is set down and the figure slumps into a chair. The scene fades to black. A faint glow emanates from the edges of the screen, casting elongated shadows on the walls. A thin white line slices through the darkness, separating the bright world of the phone from the dull gray of reality. Data streams and location pins begin to appear, forming a futuristic HUD overlay. Whispers of conversations and typed messages fill the air. In a flash, the scene shifts to an extreme close-up of a phone screen displaying various notifications. Messages, emails, and social media updates stream in, demanding attention. The figure reacts to these distractions, momentarily breaking their focus. A finger swipes away the notifications, restoring order to the chaotic screen. The music underscores the feeling of being overwhelmed by technology. The scene transitions to an overhead shot. A hand holds a smartphone in front of a blurry background, emphasizing the device's importance. The screen illuminates the hand and fingers, highlighting the contrast between the tangible and the digital. As the music shifts to a more dramatic tone, the hand begins to shake slightly, symbolizing a growing sense of unease. The next shot features a jumbled mess of cables, plugs, and discarded electronics. It symbolizes the darker side of technology, namely e-waste. Among the debris, a single smartphone stands out, its screen cracked and its battery depleted. The scene shifts again to an extreme close-up of the phone screen. Static fills the display, mimicking a nervous breakdown. Lines crackle across the screen, resembling lightning bolts, or perhaps shattered nerves. In a final flourish, the image glitches and distorts, leaving behind only a fragmented reflection of reality. The scene abruptly changes to a clean, futuristic lab. A foldable phone is levitating above a table. It unfolds into a larger device, revealing a holographic interface that responds to gestures. A friendly AI assistant animation hovers nearby, ready to help. A beat syncs with the movement of the phone, giving the impression of a living, breathing entity. The music has a light sci-fi glow, hinting at both danger and excitement. The next shot reveals a closer look at the phone's capabilities. It scans a human heart, revealing its rhythm in real time. The music softens, conveying a sense of vulnerability and fragility. The phone's other abilities include monitoring brain waves, tracking sleeping patterns, and analyzing blood samples. The camera focuses on a drop of blood as it's analyzed, underscoring the phone's advanced diagnostic capabilities. The scene transitions with a whoosh of air, revealing a team of engineers working on a modular smartphone. They're assembling the phone's components in a sustainable manner. The music is bright and optimistic, signaling hope for the future. We see a diverse group of people enjoying their smartphones. A family video calls their loved ones during the holidays. A group of friends shares a phone, laughing and pointing. A traveler uses a navigation app to explore a new city. As the sun sets, casting long shadows, we realize that smartphones aren't just tools, they're companions. They're part of our daily lives, whether we're working, playing, or staying connected. The music swells, pulling us toward a moment of reflection. The camera lingers on a close-up of a smartphone resting on a table. Its screen is off, but it still glows faintly. Suddenly, our narrator speaks, breaking the silence. Are we using them or are they using us? The question hangs in the air. The camera focuses on the intricate patterns on the phone's surface, hinting at the complexity of our relationship with technology. As the music fades to silence, we're left to ponder the profound impact smartphones have had on our lives. Have they brought us closer together or isolated us? Have they made our lives easier or more complicated? Perhaps the answer lies somewhere in between. a delicate balance of connectivity and disconnection, progress and peril. And so we end our journey at the crossroads of our digital existence, where the hum of innovation echoes in our pockets, reminding us of the immense power we wield with every swipe and tap. The choice, as always, is ours. Will we use them, or will they use us?